och starta.
Knack.
May have had a few minor technical issues.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone.
Hi everyone, my name's Jessica.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi there.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hello there.
everyone. Hi.
Hello
everyone.
Hi. These people, they have one thing in common. They're all strangers, and they're all about to take part in something extraordinary. Exactly a year ago, on this day, Piano Day, a day when musicians, composers, performers come together to celebrate, we inaugurated Pianobook, a group of composers dedicated to making and sharing and helping each other make and share sounds for everyone to use for free. From old family pianos to shimmering guitar textures, and there's a lot of kalimbas. Since launching 12 months ago, we've made over 200 virtual instruments and over 500 pieces of music, demos, so we can hear what these instruments sound like. But it's not that achievement that I'm most proud of, it's the sense of community born of a solid gold generosity of spirit combined with a mutual love of sound and music. So I thought for this year's Piano Day, wouldn't it be great if we could bottle this spirit in a single unique moment? And I thought, wouldn't it be fun, audacious, madness even, if we were to try and make the world's biggest piece of systems music? So what is systems music, you ask? Better let John answer that.
Well, it's a style of repetitive, loopy, there's like math involved. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. And so I hope to learn more about how to describe the style of music as this project goes along. But basically, here's the deal. Christian laid out a tempo for us, laid out a basic chord progression, and gave us some guide tracks. And our job as composers is to write a piece of music that goes along with the track and hopefully will fit into everyone else's compositions. Now, how is this going to work? I don't exactly know, but I trust Christian and I'm sure he'll make something amazing out of it.
What could possibly go wrong? At first there was a small trickle. Brian was the first, with him banging on his Baden guitar. And not soon after, a gentleman called Phil played his lawnmower. At which point I started thinking, oh, have people really got this? This is just going to sound mental, but not good mental, bad mental. But the extraordinary thing was, I only needed to put together 6 of these elements. And I could see what Phil was getting at, because Phil, like many of us, hears beauty in ordinary things. Then there was vocals, bike bells, guitars, organs, loads of pianos, synths, even squeaky ducks. Young people, old people, and people definitely from all over the world from different backgrounds. And what I really enjoyed as I was going through listening to the submissions was the difference in approach from really bold, kind of multifaceted, layered arrangements like this, and then just sheer empathy. Watch this. Nothing. Nothing. And then you realise Keith understands that he's just a spoke in a wheel or a solid gold cog in a solid gold music machine. Wait, and then sheer magic. And then a cellist called Matt sent this in. And I thought, Wouldn't it be great if we could make that sound like this? So, I decided to do this. Freezing day in a hall in Glasgow, the Scottish Session Orchestra played for me a remote session. What I did is I took the submissions people had made and created little vignettes. So David's contribution originally sounded like this. And that became this. Theo's part sounded like this. And that became this. And Brian's submission, which sounded like this, now sounds like this. Those are amongst some other submissions that you'll hear in the main premiere. The trickle became a flow and then a flood. And by the end of the day, when we closed our doors, we had 381 submissions. So my friend, poor old Kellen, set about curating the whole thing. And what we did is basically organise this enormous spreadsheet. He imported it into basically a DAW, digital audio workstation, and gave it back, and it looked like this, which for anyone who's used a digital audio workstation is nuts. And what did it sound like? Perfect, right, off to Jake to mix. That was the point at which I went, oh, you've made a terrible, terrible mistake. But when listening to it again, it kind of sounded like a haze. And I thought, well, it's like a field full of crops. They simply need harvesting, baling, and putting into stacks. And slowly, bit by bit, the stacks started to stack up. This is the piano stack. Here's the guitar stack. And a particular favourite of mine, the ambient synth stack. I then called upon a long-suffering friend and collaborator of mine, Jake Jackson. He's the man for the job, not only because he's such an amazing audio engineer, but also he's done insane things like record and mix all of the national anthems for the London Olympics. And true to his nature, he really kind of bit the bullet, and I think has delivered the greatest mix of his career. In what other human endeavour could you invite a crowd, a large crowd, to make a noise at liberty, and for it not to be a cacophony, for it to be harmonious, symphonic? My ambition is that for everyone who takes part, you look back on this and go, I did that. I was a stranger. So without further ado, it's my utter honour to present to you the world premiere of Music by 300 Strangers.